In 2014, Oswego residents voted to establish a 5% cap on tax increases. In 2015, the city was able to stay under that cap. In preparing the budget, what would be your plans to keep tax increases below 5% without laying off city employees or cutting services?
Sure, and just for the record, when that 5% tax cap process was being put through the public and went up to the voters, I was one of the first and only locally elected officials who actually came out in support of that 5% tax cap. Because some folks say, well, it's not a good idea. The 5% tax cap doesn't say you can't raise taxes. It says that you have up to 5% to raise taxes, and if you do raise taxes more than 5%, it goes to the voters for the voters to make a decision. I think I'm perfectly comfortable with that process. So this last budget cycle, I personally, working with Council President Eric Van Buren, we offered 31 amendments to the mayor's proposed budget to lower the proposed tax increase. I actually offered 33, 2 of those didn't get passed. We had 31 that passed to lower that proposed tax increase. Going into next year and forming the budget for the following year, I quite frankly believe there's a lot of bureaucracy at City Hall, particularly on the 3rd floor of City Hall, with the building permitting process, the zoning process, the planning process, code enforcement process. There's a lot of waste that I identify in that area. Not only is it waste and expensive, but it's also business unfriendly and user unfriendly to residents who want to invest in their own homes. Also, I have been attacking overtime in all departments, Oswego Police, Oswego Fire, and DPW. We have some significant numbers of overtime that I have addressed, primarily in the Oswego OFD. In fact, this last budget cycle, I worked with the fire chief and Council President Van Buren to take 1/3 of the overtime budget out of the fire department, coming up with new ideas, because those overtime numbers are primarily what's very expensive, not for year by year, but legacy costs with employees. So that's one place where that can always be improved.